I raised my brother alone. At his college graduation party, his wealthy uncle insulted me in front of everyone. Then I stood up and said, "Do you even know who I am?" His face went pale. Our mother passed away when I was 20. My brother was only 11. No warning, no time to prepare. A sudden aneurysm while she was making breakfast on a random Tuesday morning. By the time the ambulance got there, it was already too late. I remember sitting in the hospital waiting room, staring at a vending machine, watching people buy snacks like nothing had happened. Because for them, nothing had. She left us nothing. Not because she was irresponsible. She just lived paycheck to paycheck as a cashier. No savings, no life insurance, just a rented apartment and a terrified 11-year-old boy who had no idea what was coming. I was the only option. Our father had walked out years ago and moved across the country. He sent birthday cards that arrived 2 weeks late, if he remembered at all. He called once after the funeral to say he was sorry. That was it. So it was me. I dropped out of college that semester, got a second job, worked nights at a security firm and days stocking shelves. Home by 7 o'clock in the morning, 4 hours of sleep, then back out. I ate whatever was fast and cheap. Weekends, I picked up shifts wherever I could. My brother was in middle school. I made sure he finished, went to his high school graduation, and sat in the folding chairs with parents 15 years older than me, clapping louder than anyone in that gymnasium. He got into a prestigious university 3 states away. He told me he wouldn't go because we couldn't afford it. I told him not to worry about it. I took out a massive personal loan that I spent the next 4 years paying off. He still doesn't know that part. After he left, I had more room, but I didn't slow down. I finished my own degree online at night over 2 years, got a better job, quietly built a small IT consulting practice on the side. Just me, a laptop, and a few clients. Grew it into something real. Nothing flashy, but just years of showing up. I didn't date seriously for a long time. There wasn't space. And by the time there was, I'd gotten used to not needing much. Fast forward to last week. My brother graduated top of his class. Our wealthy Uncle Richard, who hadn't called us once in 10 years, insisted on hosting the celebration at his massive suburban home, mostly to show off to his wealthy friends. I wore my one good suit and drove up. My uncle was the kind of man who established his importance within 30 seconds of meeting you and expected you to register it. At the party, I was standing near the catering table when he walked over, looked me up and down once, and said loud enough for a group next to us to hear, "So you're the older brother. It's nice you could keep him fed until the real family could step in and guide him." I smiled and said, "Yeah, it was a good time." He moved on. I turned back to my drink. Then came the toasts. He went third, talked about family legacy, the future, and success. Polished, clearly rehearsed. The kind of speech that's more about the speaker than the graduate. Then, near the end, he looked out at the room and said, "We're so glad he succeeded, despite growing up in a broken, unfortunate environment." He smiled. A few people clapped. My brother's eyes found mine from across the room. I stood up. I wasn't angry. Or I was, but the cold kind. The kind that makes you very still. "Do you even know who I am?" The room went quiet. He turned, tried to laugh it off. "His brother, of course," I said. "I'm the person who taught him his fractions, who stayed up all night holding a bucket when he had the flu, and who worked a 16-hour shift on Christmas Eve so he could have a computer for school. I am the reason he was able to walk into a room like this one and hold his head the way he does." He opened his mouth. "That's who I am," I said. "Thought you should know." I sat back down. My uncle looked like he'd swallowed glass. My brother walked straight over, sat next to me, and put his arm around my shoulder. He didn't say a word to his uncle for the rest of the night. That was enough.